Day and a very happy day to one and all. Today I am going to speak about National Science Day. National Science Day is celebrated in India on 28 February each year to mark the discovery of Raman effect by Indian physicist Sir C.V. Raman on 28 February 1928. For his discovery, Sir C.V. Raman was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1913. National Science Day is celebrated to discuss the importance of science and technology in the daily lives of the people. It is also celebrated to encourage and popularize science and technology among the people. It is also celebrated to discuss and implement new technologies for the developments in the field of science. Sir C.V. Raman was an Indian physicist known mainly for his work in the field of light scattering. He was born on 7 November 1888 at Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu. He was honored with many awards such as Nobel Prize, the Bharat Ratna, Franklin Medal, etc. Every year, themes are selected for National Science Day. This year, the theme is Future of STI Impacts on Work, Education and Skill. As students, it is our responsibility to honor the great man and his invention by contributing greatly to the field of science through innovations. Thank you and have a nice day.
Jai Gurudev. I am Karthik Kiran of class 8 and I am going to be presenting the Newton's Cradle. This is a homemade version of the Newton's Cradle. The real Newton's Cradle was invented by Simon Cradle in the year 1967. This toy demonstrates the conservation of momentum. If I look at these balls as a whole, if I give these balls some gravitational potential energy by doing work against the force of gravity and release these balls work as a simple pendulum in a clock. Another interesting phenomenon that we can observe here is when I take one single ball and release it. This is the demonstration of conservation of momentum. Momentum is just the product of mass times velocity. When I lift this ball, as I am doing work against the force of gravity, this ball gains gravitational potential energy. When I release this ball, the ball converts the potential energy into kinetic energy. The kinetic energy flows through this system into this last ball, which then flows out and converts the kinetic energy into potential energy. This system continues for a long time. This system is not perfectly elastic as the energy loss due to heat, sound and friction makes the system come to a stop. So, kinetic energy alone cannot explain why when I lift this ball and release it, the last ball comes out. Kinetic energy alone cannot explain this. This can be expressed in another way by looking at in the microscopic level, where it can be a series of collisions. When I release this ball collides with the second ball, which then collides with the third, fourth, and the fourth ball collides with the fifth one, which then has nothing to collide with, so it moves out. So this is how a Newton's Cradle works. You can do many tricks with this by taking 2 balls, 3 balls or even 4 balls. An interesting way to analyze the Newton's third law from this system is by taking one ball from each end and pulling it out at the same altitude. So when I release these balls, this is the example of Newton's third law of motion. The third law of motion states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So the opposite reaction causes this ball to move back from where it came from. Thank you.
The coronavirus, a look through. What is the COVID-19 virus? The COVID-19 virus is a disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 or SARS-CoV-2, which is an RNA virus which comes from a family of coronaviruses. They are found in mammals and birds. The disease causes damage mainly to the respiratory tract. The symptoms of the disease include cough, breathing difficulty, loss of taste and smell, fever, pneumonia, etc. The disease is known to spread very fast from the infected person to others around them. The disease isn't that dangerous or infectious to a healthy person but can harm those with other illnesses, newborns, and small kids and the people over the age of 60. The after effects of the disease may last for a long time even after the recovery of the disease. The person might stop showing symptoms within 1 to 14 days after being infected. The person might be infected with the disease, that is, the duration of the disease might last from 5 days to even 10 months or even longer. The origin of the COVID-19 virus. There are several theories about where the virus was first found or where it originally originated from. Some research show that it originated from animals like wild bats, untreated wastewaters in many places like China, Brazil, etc. The first case that started the whole coronavirus pandemic of 2020, or patient 0, was from the Wuhan province in Hubei, China. Although there have been many other cases that were reported in various other parts of the world, in birds, animals, etc., but it hadn't caused an outbreak. The first known human to human transmission of the virus was in Wuhan, China. The transmission was confirmed by WHO and Chinese authorities on January 20, 2020. The whole area was under lockdown for months, but the virus spread to other countries through airlines and other means, and soon it had spread all around the world. Most of the people who contracted the virus had visited or had been linked with the Huanan wholesale market in Wuhan, which sold live animals. Although test samples were taken from the market on May and the test results came back negative. This proved that the market was the site of an early super spreading event but was not the site of the initial outbreak. The actual origin of the virus and the site of the initial outbreak is not yet known, but researches are being held. This is a picture of the Wuhan city, and the other pictures are of the Huanan wholesale market. Structure of the virus. This is the structure of the virus, which includes a spike glycoprotein, an E protein, membrane, an RNA genome, and an envelope. These parts keep it from being safe and from other particles entering itself. Prevention, treatment, and vaccines. Currently, vaccines are being developed by each country around the world. There are some basic medicines given to people who have contracted the virus, but a definite medicine or medication has not yet been found. But till then, preventing the infection of the virus is the only option. There are some simple and effective methods of prevention of the virus. These guidelines and regulations are put forward by the WHO in order to stay safe. Number 1. Mask. Always wear a mask when you go outside or come in contact with other people. This prevents the virus and other germs from exiting or entering our body. Number 2. Hand wash and sanitizers. Wash your hands using hand washes, soaps, or sanitizers from time to time. This prevents the virus from entering or exiting the body through contact and kills the virus by breaking its protective layer. Gloves can also be used. Step 3. Social distancing. Whenever we go out, we should not stand in gatherings and crowds or too close to each other. There should at least be a 1 or 2 meter gap between people. This also prevents contact and further spreading of the virus. Situation around the world. 111 million cases have been reported all around the world and 2 million deaths have been reported since December 2019 when the first case was reported. There has been rises and falls in the number of cases from time to time along with 87 million people recovered. In India, 11 million cases have been reported, 156,000 deaths have been recorded, and 11 million cases have recovered. India stands at the second position in the COVID-19 worldometer just after USA. Kerala has reported 1 million cases, 967,000 recovered cases, and over 4,000 deaths. The situation in some countries have become better while some countries are still facing difficulties in tackling the virus. As a citizen, we should follow all the precautions to keep ourselves and our country safe. Thank you, and I wish you a happy Science Day.
Jai Gurudev, good morning and a happy day. My name is Trinandam Vimena from 3C. Now I am going to show you how to make a wind direction finder. You will need a broomstick about 15 cm long, a pencil with eraser, a pin, a bottle and some sand or soil. Thick paper. Fix a rectangular paper at the one end of the broomstick and a piece of paper cut into an arrowhead on the other end. Insert the pin in the center of the broomstick. Fix the stick on the eraser of a pencil and push it several times so it rotates freely. Fill the bottle with sand. Make the pencil stand in it and place it outside. If the wind blows, the arrow will always point the direction of the wind. That's how you can make a wind direction finder. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev, I am Niranjana Anish of class 5. Today I am going to present clay modeling of seed germination.
Jai Gurudev, I am Gauri PR of class 6B. National Science Day is celebrated on 28th February each year to mark the discovery of the Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman. The theme of National Science Day 2021 is Science, Technology and Innovation, Impacts on Education, Skills and Work. The investment in science, technology and innovation is essential for economic social progress. The speed and efficiency of how we work has greatly increased because of technology. The interaction between employees has been vastly impacted by technology over the years. From artificial intelligence to machine learning, technology enables children to flourish in today's society. Another impact of technology on education is that it has significantly changed how learning content is delivered. The classroom we have today is quite different from the one we had earlier, thanks to the impact of technology on education. Technology is providing an interactive experience for pupils. This can help students to become passionate about what they are learning. E-books have replaced physical books and students have a wide range of presentation scope too.